Okay, so this is just majority of my pen cases that are actually full. I do have one more. Let me go grab it. This guy, which is the 40 pen case from Galen Leather, and I've been thinking a lot about my storage situation, and as you could tell, I do like the zippered storage containers for my pens, but I have been looking at some of those storage containers that are different from something that is kind of hidden away in a pouch. And I've decided to try the box. Now, this box is a piece I purchased from Amazon, and I just received it in. It looks really nice, and it's definitely something that I plan to keep on my desk so that I have my pens easily accessible for me when I am sitting in my office. And I decided to go with the one where you could see all the pens at the top, and then you do have two drawers that will pull out completely. And so, although I know this is not going to fit all of my pens, I do want to use this for my pens that are my favorites. And I'm kind of excited to set this up, and I want you guys to be here with me to see how I plan to do it. I really don't have a huge written plan of how I've decided to put these in here, but you can watch the process with me as I go through my pen pouches and pull out my favorites. Okay, so before we get started, I have no plan. I know that my favorite brands are Platinum, Sailor, Pilot, and Franklin Christoph for the most part. And I think I only have 3 tiers on this box. So this is what it looks like, and I only have 3 sections. So I have the top section and then the middle and the bottom. And when I got into my fountain pen journey, I wasn't really focused on the aesthetics of the pens. I was more interested in how they wrote and whether people, when I looked at the reviews, if they felt like they were really smooth writers, had a lot of ink capacity for the most part, and things like that. So anyway, let's just dive in and see where I come out of all of this. Okay, so I haven't quite figured out exactly where I want to start, but I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I am initially thinking I want to start off with my sailors to be displayed in the front. So let's just start with that. I'm pretty sure I'm eventually going to change my mind and do something different later on. And if I do, I will definitely share that with you as well. So we have my Sailor, what are they called? These are the flat top Sailors, and they are my favorite. Pro Gears Slims. These are all Slims, but I have been enjoying the Sailor Pro Gears. So those are a little bit girthier and a little bit taller. Let me put that one there. I know I don't have as many Sailors to fill up this whole row. There's my Sailor, the mini, and just making sure. Okay. So we have my Pro Gears and a couple 1911s. Ooh, do I have enough? Oh, I'm going to be short. let's put that there. No, okay. I think there's one more sailor. So this is the 1911 large. You can see how much bigger it is in comparison. And I think I'm going to move these over so that that one starts there. Kind of like from small to big. And I know I could have sworn I had one more. So just checking. I think my other sailor just might be in my 40 case. Yes, so this is my last sailor. Wow. Okay, so this is the Sailor Lacole, which is also a flat top, but I think I will put it there. Kind of scooch these down. These wells or spaces have a lot of cushion. Well, not cushion, but they're soft, so definitely not going to scratch your pens. And they're pretty tall, as you can tell. I mean, my Sailor Pro Gears are shorter than the Sailor Pro Gear Slims are shorter than the Sailor Pro Gears, which are shorter than the 1911s smalls or regulars, and then the large is quite long. Yeah, I think I like how this looks. I think this is the only brand that I have very colorful selection of. So let's go with the next tier, and I'll just set this right on top. Okay. So my other favorite brand is Platinum, and so let's put those in. I guess we could start from the left side. And I'm only going to put in the Platinum that have the gold nibs. And I know I only have a handful of those. So these are the 3776. And then I have a couple of the special editions. One more, which is in this pen sleeve. And I know that I definitely don't have the, enough to fill the whole row. But yes, that is pretty much all of my Platinum collection of gold nibs. I do have a few of the the steel nib pens, and they are definitely solid writers all throughout their line. But I figured I will put my favorites, and my favorites are the gold nib pens. So next of my favorites are Pelikan, and let's put those next to them because I feel like they will go well together. So I do have the M600, the M200, maybe we'll work the way down. A couple of M200, actually a few M200s. Yeah, let's put those together here. This is the demonstrator. Nope. Let's put those like this, and then demonstrator here because it has a silver finial and clip. I thought I have the M400. I have an M800, which is giving me trouble because it keeps doing this. and it annoys me very much. I will, I have a cloth to fix it, but then it always comes back, and it seems like every time it comes back, it gets worse. So to fill in this last space, I'm going to put in my most recent favorite and my very first Aurora. So I will just put that right there. And actually, I probably could, yeah. Okay. Looks great. Okay, so I'm going to slip that in the middle, and then we are going to work on the last row. So before we get started in the middle, I do notice that whenever I pull out the middle section, it's hard to put it back in without pulling out the bottom section. You have to kind of get it in there just right. Okay, last but not least is going to be a little bit of a mismatch of pens. So if you're curious about the size or the length, I think my biggest fountain pen is the Opus 88. So let me show you what that looks like. It does fit in here with a lot of room. So if you have a pen that is a little bit larger than Opus 88, it would probably fit in here. But if it's a little bit more girthier, it may have some trouble. I do have a very girthy pen, which is this Moonman, and just for size reference, it does fit in here as well, but it only fits in the top drawer or the top section because it kind of raises too high for me to close the drawer. So if I did have something really girthy, it will fit. It doesn't fit all the way snug in there, but it kind of sits on top. And the best place to put it is in the top section so that the cover won't hit the clip. Okay, so Opus 88 is a favorite. However, I have a couple of other favorites that come first. And I'm still thinking. Okay, so I think I want to go with my Franklin Christoph fountain pens. So I do not have the names to everything, to all the styles I have, but they are quite different. And yeah, I mean, I would say that I have a lot more Franklin Christophs, or I bought a lot more Franklin Christophs closer to the beginning of my fountain pen journey. So these two are both the same model, but two different colors. And then I have a very short model. Let's try to keep all the colors pretty close to each other. And then I have one more pen, and it's super huge in comparison to the others, and quite a bit girthy. This one also fits pretty well in here. And I do have room for a few more. And so these may just be a little bit more random, but I definitely have to put in my Pilot Custom. I want to put in my Opuses, but I have a Lamy 2000. And I have a Pilot Custom 74, which I'll put next to the Pilot 823, my Laban. So kind of random, but there we go. All my pen cases are partially empty now, so I have more room to put some of my other pens have been hanging out outside of the cases, in the cases, while my favorites pretty much stay really close by on my desk. So let me know if any of you have purchased one of these pen cases from Amazon, like pen boxes. And if you have, let me know the brand, because I'm interested in trying a different brand that might be a little bit more structurally stable. This one seems like it's built pretty well, but the drawers do shift. And so, and then also the other thing is that my top of the box seems like the pieces here might eventually not withstand time. So that's one of my biggest concerns, but let me know what you guys have and how it's held up if you had it for a while. And thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.